hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Ready, Black 25.
On play action, Winston. And that will be incomplete as well. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones.
He's second in the NFL in interceptions, and you understand why. He plays a game of great intelligence, understands positioning, and has a great ability to break on the football when it's in the air.
So fun to watch his... Closing speed, and another example of it on that play. Then the Dolphins getting set to go here. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Well, I think a Dolphin was able to fall on it. Yes, they'll keep possession here.
Plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back, because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
It got his man complete. It's a big play there for Miami. 56 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket, because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Now it's Hines finding room to the 20. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Nyheim Hines, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Bills offense coming out, ready to take over, and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team, because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Ready, blue white.
Now a carry, it's C.J. Anderson.
Holding offense.
That's a good chunk of yardage. It's going to be canceled out.
And we always talk about hidden yardage in a game. That's going to count as that, because now it doesn't go on the books, but now they have to make that up again, don't they?
Back to the ground. This time it's Anderson. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play calling, though, isn't he? Because it's one.
With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter about to get underway with the Bills in possession. They've got it 2nd and 10 to start things out.
Ready. Blue ready. Let's go.
Handoff comes to Anderson. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
Ready. Black 22's hot. Wait, hold up.
On 3rd down, Winston. And the Dolphins rush gets home. Down he goes. Myles Garrett in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Now, nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And it'll be Dolphin football. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park.
Set. 3-19.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 34 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, partner, I have to say they called him in the right defense there. Nickel set, 5th defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And some room to maneuver. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Hurry up, here we go.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Ronald Jones, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And our attention shifts to Todd Gurley. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Jameis to throw it. Dumps it off to Gurley. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
And that one was a lot of fun right there, because that was the game within the game. Third and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And there's a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Buffalo after this. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Now a second down throw for Winston. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Caught left side, Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards that time, and a Buffalo first. On 1st and 10, Winston. The grab made by Curse over the middle. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. Jameis again. Completes this one to Meredith. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. They'll throw again. Winston. He gets it to Gurley. Complete. And brought down, but not before he was able to break the tackle, and the extra effort moves the sticks. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Winston in the offense with a 1st and 10, and he's 6 of 7 now on this drive.
Ready, white 25.
To the air again with Winston. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Ready, blue 80.
From the shotgun, it's Winston. He'll throw underneath for Gurley. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They'll give him a yard on the play, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
To throw, Winston. Open man is Quinn, able to connect. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. First down now, but that clock rolling. First down, Winston. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. Todd Gurley as the first half is winding down, and the Bills have cut it to within a score.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Now Jones. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19.
Now Jackson on 1st down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say you want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle.
And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. That goes for a gain of 31.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
They'll run it now out of the gun. There he goes inside the 30. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
At halftime, you had to feel like the defense had to be in a good position. They had to feel good about themselves. They'd had this guy boxed in all game long, but after that run, that might be the breakthrough that he's looking for. Now they may have some difficulty dealing with him the rest of today.
And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
Holding offense.
That's on the guard, Kevin Zeitler, first-round pick back in 2012. They'll run it now out of the gun. Space to run past the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And thanks to the interception, the Dolphins offense cashes in with 6. Solid job up front. Really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 21-10 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that, because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Now flags will come in. One of the Bills got going a little early.
False start, offense.
And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
Following the penalty, it's Gerlin. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. He wipes out the penalty yardage with a good run to get it back to 2nd and 7.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
Ready, black 25.
They'll try to throw now. Winston. This one complete. Right side to McDonald. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
Like so many tight ends nowadays, they have no problem at all putting him in the slot and letting him go to work. And that's a nice pitch and catch right there for a first down.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line.
Ready, black.
From the gun, Winston. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Myles Garrett, he's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now.
Ready, blue way. Boys, head up. Boys, head up.
3rd and long for Winston. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. It'll be a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
John Ross and the rest of the offense heading back onto the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And down he'll go at the 25. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. Give him 12 yards there, and the Dolphins have a first down.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using...
And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Joe Schobert in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Jackson from the shotgun. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. 7 yards on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here.
Detroit!
from the gun. Jackson going deep here for Bryant. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on fourth.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They're going on fourth down. It's Jackson. He may try and run for this. Adam Gase rolls the dice. It doesn't pan out. And the Bills are going to take over in excellent field position. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Ready. Black.
Throwing again. Winston on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, that's caught by Meredith. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football, incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked.
When that ball was snapped, they were counting on it being now a one-possession game. Instead, the block occurs. That changes the whole mindset for them. And if you're the guys who just blocked it, you're floating off the field right now. Big-time play.
Yeah, big-time play. Could have been a one-score game. Instead, it stays 2 scores. Here's a handoff to Hines to begin the drive. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. They'll run it now out of the gun. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Now it's Jackson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. And here come the Bills.
Ready. Blue 80.
Jameis now on first down. And yes, complete to the tight end McDonald. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. They need a touchdown, the 2-point conversion, and a field goal. Pretty good start to the drive, though.
Yeah, good start to the drive, but the urgency has to really be increased by both the players on the field and everyone on the sidelines. Got to make sure everyone is up and into this game.
And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down. But correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet.
Hey, ready? Blue way.
A second down throw for Winston. And that's going to be incomplete. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. And the third down pass falls incomplete.
And I think we'll probably see them go for it here on fourth down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
Here we go. It's Gurley. And this doesn't end well at all as they stop him far behind the line to gain. The Bills' drive stalls out on fourth down. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that one that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
This is Jones, and he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Now let's go.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. On now the Miami field goal unit. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And that's off the right upright, and it bounces away no good. And this score will stay right where it is. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 13 yards as the quick slant keeps the drive moving. Jameis to throw it. Dumps it off to Gurley. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it a second down. Jameis again. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's taken down inside the 30. The Bills passing game getting him down the field. They've got another first down. First down now, but that clock rolling. On 1st and 10, Winston. The grab made by Curse over the middle. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. To the air again with Winston. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. To throw is Winston. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down.
Pass interference. Defense.
So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1-yard line.
1-yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one. That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
A first down throw for Winston. And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Now the Bills will hustle to the line. Now Jameis on second down. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
Let's go now.
You got to think this is likely 4-down territory anyway, but they'll try to punch it in now on 3rd and goal.
Ready. White 25.
Working out of the gun, Winston. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. And now the Bills are going to stop it as they call a timeout. As they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
56. Hurry up, here we go. 3:19.
On second down, Jackson. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Third down is a down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Blue 90.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. He's going to float this one deep right side. This is caught inside the 15. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A big play there. His 9th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Dolphins, they're winning way.
What's that on that beat?